One of the first things that happens in the case of dysrhythmias, myocardial infarction, preeclampsia, and eclampsia is to administer intravenous magnesium. If you're deficient in magnesium, you have 2 times the likelihood of dying, and over 50% of individuals who come in with these problems are magnesium deficient. In today's video, we discuss the most important and potentially costly mistakes that you may be making with respect to magnesium, as well as the dose and type of magnesium supplementation that may be best for you. Magnesium is not a vitamin. It's the 4th most abundant element in the human body. Magnesium is vital to humans as it's necessary in over 300 enzyme systems that regulate biochemical reactions in the body, including protein synthesis and muscle and nerve function, as well as blood pressure regulation. Unfortunately, the available sources of magnesium from the diet has decreased, and foods that are most commonly eaten contain very little magnesium. For instance, in the United States, 67% of the population greater than 51 years of age is low in dietary magnesium. So where do we get our magnesium? This picture gives you a good idea. Mixed nuts, seeds, spinach, rolled oats, avocado, and whole grains are really good sources. But aside from the average person eating less of the foods that are rich in magnesium, we've been consuming more foods and soft drinks that either decrease absorption or increase the elimination of magnesium. So the first mistake that people often make with respect to magnesium is to assume that just because they include a few of these magnesium-rich foods, they will meet the daily requirements of around 330 milligrams per day for females and 420 milligrams per day for males. So that brings us to supplementation and another big mistake that people often make. There are different forms of magnesium supplements. Magnesium is an unstable molecule and it needs to bind to something else. So all magnesium supplements contain magnesium bound to something else, and each of those supplements have their positives and negatives. For instance, you're taking the wrong supplement if you're taking magnesium oxide, which is one of the most popular supplements because it's inexpensive. But only 4% of the supplement is actually absorbed, and when the dose gets high enough to have any benefits, the average person has uncontrollable diarrhea. Other forms of magnesium supplements that are a really bad idea include magnesium sulfate, magnesium glutamate, and magnesium aspartate. So what is the best magnesium supplement? As long as you stay away from the ones that I just mentioned, the dose probably matters more than the form of magnesium. After delving into the literature, it looks like magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate are the top ones that you should consider. If you're taking the supplement for sleeplessness, depression, tense muscles, or anxiety, or if you're sensitive to the slight laxative effects of some magnesium supplements, the one that you should choose is magnesium glycinate at 300 to 400 milligrams per day. Other than that, it's fine to use the cheaper magnesium citrate. For hypertension or the prevention of stroke and myocardial infarction, 600 milligrams per day is about right. That may seem a bit high at first, but data from pooled clinical trials shows that for each 100 milligrams per day increase in magnesium, the risk for stroke was reduced by 2%. If you're taking the magnesium supplement to improve bone health and prevent osteoporosis, or to decrease headaches and pain, 400 milligrams per day or more is needed. And for general health, to top up a good diet, about 300 milligrams per day. Finally, with respect to safety, make sure that you get the okay from your primary healthcare practitioner before starting any supplementation, especially in the case of kidney failure or if you're pregnant. Magnesium supplementation can cause diarrhea, depending on the exact type. If it occurs, you can switch to the better absorbed, which is the magnesium glycinate. And most importantly, remember that supplementation is not a replacement for a healthier diet and lifestyle. Remember the foods that are high in magnesium and try substituting some of the foods that are presently in your diet with some of these. I hope this helped. Thanks for joining in, and I'll see you in the next video.